Bandit here. Bandit is here. I am here on Friday the 13th once again. Back at it. Had to pour me a little drink for Friday the 13th. Got it right here. Just a little small shot. Just a little small shot. Oh, what's up? My MGTOW compadres and men that care about men's issues. Men that is trying to get us out of this hellhole that we in as a species. Yeah. But anyway, my subject matter today is protect her for what? For what? What are we protecting women from? What are we protecting women for? What are we protecting them for? They're grown adults. They're strong and independent. What are we protecting them for? Men, we supposed to be building. We supposed to be protecting children and wives. I'm going to say it again. We supposed to be building and protecting wives and children. If you're a woman and you're not a wife, ain't my job to protect you. You strong and independent, figure it out. Your little feminist movement and all this women empowerment, you can have the floor. Go ahead and do your thing, girl. You go, girl. Remember that? Remember the 90s? I do. I was a grown man in the 90s. I was a grown man in the early 90s. And I remember it. You go, girl. It's your world. Yep. And in 2022, it's still your world. So I got to ask a question. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but why did Adrian Payne had to die? Why? Why he had to die? Why is so many countless men had to lose their life over protecting a woman's honor? Protecting her from a bad boyfriend. What do you think? They're going to like us? Because you protected her. Now you think you're going to get a chance with her? Or you think that's just the manly thing to do? That's being a man. Because I'm not helping no woman in distress. Unless you're an old woman or a child. Those are the only two. The old, I protect the old. The ones in their golden years, I protect them. And children. But these women, from the ages of 18 to 60, or maybe 50, 55, because you know, you have a lot of 55 and 60-year-old cougars out here. Got them some young men. Just ask Vivica Fox. Just ask Sharon Stone. So I don't know if I would want to protect them either. But you got to use common sense. You see a 75-year-old woman being robbed by somebody, approach with caution, but that's the one you'll want to help. Majority of the time. I'm not just going to stick my neck out for some pretty little damsel in distress especially when I know she wouldn't pick me in a million years. So what are we doing it for, men? What are we doing it for? Chivalry? That's a joke. That's a joke. Chivalry is a joke. See, women want to live the modern lifestyle while they want the men to be traditional to them. That's why I'm MGTOW. That's why don't nobody live in my house. That's why you hear quiet. Unless a plane fly over, you'll hear that. You ain't gonna hear no woman yelling at me. You're not gonna hear no woman talking about it's time to go. Why haven't you did this yet? You need to do this. I thought you said. You ain't gonna hear that in my house. I'm king in here. And I'm king on this channel. And I'm trying to challenge men. Do we like the S word? Because I don't know if I can say that anymore. I guess I can spell it. Do we like the S-E? You know what? Yes, we love it. It's part of human nature. It's part of biology. The problem is that the government and women are using our biology against us. That's where the rubber meets the road. Our instinct and everything about a man, physically and biologically, what we designed to do is being used against us. That's where the rubber meets that road. And we got to figure it out. But I have figured it out. There's no more figuring out. Go your own way. They got a dumb show on BET or MTV or whatever the stupid channels is. MTV used to be a great channel. Used to play videos. There's a bunch of videos that can be played on MTV right now, but they doing couples retreat and basketball wives and all this dumb crap. Catfish and all this dumb crap on MTV now. I don't understand it. I don't understand it like that plane flying over my house right now. I don't understand it. But this is real. MTV was a channel that played good music, good videos. But now it's a bunch of crap. And that's what relationships today are, a bunch of craps. The only men that is having success in the dating world, if you want to call it that, some people like to call it the Chads and Tyrones. These are the guys that are athletically built. These are the guys with the six-pack abs. I'm in shape, obviously, but I ain't 6 feet. I'm 5'8.5", maybe 5'9" on a good day. But I don't meet that criteria of what women are saying today, or what they want. I don't meet that criteria. But then again, I don't want to be where I'm not wanted. And I damn sure ain't gonna chase abroad. I'm not doing that because that's a setup for failure. But getting back to my point, protect them for what? When you got this culture of women talking about, I don't need a man, and I'm strong, why do I need to protect you? Why is it my job? Why is it any of my business what happened to you? If you go and get a botched surgery or a BBL and you die, why is it my concern? Why should I be sad? Why? In Chicago right now, I was looking at the news this morning. There's a bunch of kids, mobs of kids downtown wreaking havoc on the city. Chicago is a beautiful city. I would say Chicago is one of the prettiest cities in the world. I mean, I can honestly say that. Looking at Chicago, it's one of the skyline views are just amazing. And you know what? You have the spawn of single mother raised children about to destroy that city. And the city don't want to do nothing about it. They got that Lightfoot woman up there. Nobody can do anything about these kids. Because why? Nobody want to be called a racist. Nobody want to be called a white supremacist. So therefore, we just let everybody just run amok. To prove that they're not racist. To prove that they're not of white supremacy. We're just going to let the kids tear up everything. We're going to let people shoot up the clubs, have shootouts on the highway, shootouts on the streets, dead bodies everywhere, and turmoil all around. Everybody living in fear. Because nobody wants to be called a racist. And the reason why this is because men are weak. See, when I was growing up, they didn't care what you thought. You did the wrong thing, you got your ass whooped. You did the wrong thing in the street, there were consequences. And the people in the street who thought about doing something that went against the code, you got dealt with. But see, there's no leadership. There's no leadership today. Everybody's doing their own thing, running amok. And it's all single mom raised. Don't give me this crap about the man ain't there. If the man is not there, that means he's not influencing the kids. It's you. You, woman. You. You're imposing, and you imposing your will on that child. Men going in and out of the house, in and out of the house, sometimes touching the children, and those children grow up angry. They got to be told no all the time because you're not financially stable. So now these kids got to go out here and do what they got to do to get their clothes and shoes and money and food because you don't have it. But you keep spreading your legs, right? But it's the man's fault. They complain about there's no baby formula on the shelf. Really? Oh, so now we want to protect the baby. Oh, we want to feed the baby now. But on the other side, Roe v. Wade, they marching in neighborhoods of the Supreme Court justice right now to be able to kill the kid. So which one is it? Do we love the kids or do we hate them? Think about that for a minute. Do we love the kids or do we hate them? You want to complain about baby formula shortages. On the other hand, you want Roe v. Wade. So you want to have the right to play God. The women decide who lives or die. That's what it is. And if the man got something to say, that's mansplaining. You shut up. That's the patriarchy. What you saying right now is because you can't tell no woman what to do. We're God. Let's just look at it for what it is. Most of these women out here, you can't tell them nothing. Hey, get your head back in the window on that train. Your head about to go. Don't you talk to me. Head gone. Because she don't like the way you talk to her. You disrespected her. Yeah, I said disrespected. You disrespected her. You trying to save her life. Get your head back in the window while the train moving. Don't you talk. What? Head gone. Can't tell them nothing. They won't listen to reason because we have declared women God. And in the black community, they're the most supreme God. Mother Earth herself. Everybody came from this black woman. And how is that working out for them? Over 80% obese. Over 80%. Almost 100% of black women are obese in this country. Diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, weave epidemic, BBL deaths, butt lift deaths. Single mamas, over 70% out of wedlock births. 61% have two kids, have a kid by two or more men. That's your legacy right there. But they God in the community of the blacks, of us. Mother Earth, goddess. That's what we deal with on a daily basis. And black men die. Black women grow up to be black women to repeat the same thing over and over again. By the time they get old enough to spread their legs, they spread them. Typically with a dude that lived down the street or across town somewhere, and she barely even know who he is or what his name is. But he got nice shoes though. He got swag. I like his chain. He cute. That's a good reason to have a baby these days. He cute. But it's the man fault. But men, we gotta stop being stupid too, because that's how our government get us in the system for life. They get us right down there to that family court, child support, and they take everything that we own. Your license, your business license, your job, go on your credit report, everything, ruin you over a good time with this female over here that have no idea about life. And on top of that, she's raising your children to do the same thing you did. And they dress it up really well. They dress it up very well. I'm pro-black. Black lives matter. Power to the people. Don't be no snitch. Butter biscuits. While the race just decline. And they stew in their own misery. They're comfortable there. I was on the show, I was on the MGTOW Cowboy show last night, and I made it a point that black people are not stupid. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They move as a group. This is why stupid things happen, because there's no individuality. And I made it a point, and I proved it. Take Young Thug, for instance, and Gunna. Take them, for instance. Where were they apprehended at? Where did they get arrested at? At their home in Buckhead, a prestigious part of town in Atlanta. They wasn't on Riverdale Road. They didn't live on Cascade. They didn't live on Old National or Camp Creek or the Deck. They didn't live in the West End. They didn't live on Camp Creek Parkway. They didn't live on Sylvian Road or Cleveland Avenue. They lived in Buckhead around white folks. Young Thug and Gunna. Even they know where it's safe. How about that for your Uncle Tom? The thug of thugs live in Buckhead. Now, they had the money, and I think this is the American way. You make the money, you live where you want to live. But it's kind of ironic they chose to be around a bunch of white folks. They knew it was safe over there. They knew the white people wasn't going to bother them. They ain't worried about getting lynched or none of that crap. But oh, they moved on Riverdale Road, Hateville, and got them a nice little mansion over there. They'll probably be dead inside 2 weeks. So you explain to me why we ain't safer around our own people. But you got the same people talking about no snitching, You selling out. You're a race traitor. So what, we are just a culture of death? When we die, we get a RIP shirt. Rest in peace, homie. That's our legacy? So we don't deserve to live to see old age. We don't deserve to see our grandchildren as black men. We don't deserve to retire and go on vacation and lay on the beach and soak in the sun and be able to just have a nice coconut drinks and travel and be at peace. No. No, we don't deserve that. We deserve to die young. Go out in a blaze of glory. That's our legacy, black man. Is that what we're doing now? We've been trained very well. We've been trained very well by an enemy that we've been around all our lives. All our lives. That black woman been right beside that white woman doing her bidding. That black woman been doing the bidding of the white man for almost 60 years, keeping your ass in servitude, and you can't even see it. Because when your black ass don't do what she say do, 911 gonna be called. Sure is. 911 is gonna be called, and your black ass going down to a cage. Slavery all over again, black man. So with that being said, you better listen to these words and listen to them wisely. Because if you don't, just like the game Mortal Kombat, it's gonna be a fatality. Bandit out, and here's to you. Happy Friday the 13th.